I am so excited to be out here on this brand new map, and I think I want to start this video by welcoming you guys to Te Awaroa National Park, and I hope I'm saying that right. I think I got it. I listened to the trailer a bunch of times. And yeah, as always, I want to thank EW for the opportunity to be out here on this new map a little bit early. And I should say right at the beginning here, I know it's been announced, but the map is meant to be released on December 10th on PC, and I think they said early 2021 for consoles, so that's a bit unfortunate it's not going to be released all on the same day, but I'm going to assume just the state of the entire world at this point, that probably has something to do with it. But we're going to head out here. We do need to find ourselves an outpost, and probably we should go to the lookout point to get that, and there's actually a really big lake, which I can see some of the water there, so maybe there's going to be some stuff hanging out there, but yeah, I want to get to the outpost. I want to go ahead and look at the new weapon, which I don't know if that's been actually announced anywhere. I've been kind of away from things, so I won't say what it is just yet, but we're definitely going to be taking that for this hunt. And we've got chamois out here, which I didn't expect to be starting in an area where we could find them. There's a 3 there, a couple of 3s actually, and that guy's like a little bit of a darker coat, so probably good, since right now we actually only have the 243. That we're kind of looking at some smaller animals, so we are currently stuck with the starting scope. Now we have some money that we'll be able to spend and get some better equipment, but for the moment, I think we're going to have to just sneak a little bit closer because we have the not so good scope, but kind of seems like the drink zone thing is stuck on screen. I don't know if that's going to maybe go away for us, but we'll find a way to get rid of that. But for the moment, I want to focus on that. I think we'll probably just try this. I mean, the scope's up to 4 power. That actually is a little bit far. That is not the same sound the 243 used to make, but it doesn't actually seem as if we got that. Yeah, we definitely did not hit him very well, but if we can just kind of alert him, get him to go broadside for us, we might be able to save that. And for the moment, he is kind of really slowly dropping, but surely he'll notice us. Yeah, he's going alert, so he should turn. And that's got to be a much better hit. I just remembered, though, our problem is probably that we're rolling with the soft point 243 rounds, so that's probably not going to help us. But at least the second shot there was enough to bring him down. So, that is a gray-brown fur-type chamois. Would have actually been a gold, just barely. So they definitely go to level 5 then, I would say, based on that. And yeah, had we had the polymer tip bullets, we might have been okay, but hopefully by the time we're taking any more shots, we're going to be equipped with better weapons. We'll head down to the lookout point and find ourselves an outpost and go get equipped with all that stuff, but it seems like they're all over these mountains. And it looks like they've actually done the same thing they've done on several of the maps, and that's going to lock one of the variations of the new weapon. And I gotta say, that's actually a pretty good one, but we have a 303 British in the game now, and I think between the two we can get, probably going to go with that one. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. And we do need to see like what weapon classes it covers. That is going to be 4 to 8. So I think, based on what I've seen in the codex, we're going to want the Mosin as well. And I think at least we should be good to cover all the animals on the map now. So we got the 303 British, we have the Mosin, and I grabbed the 22 if we end up finding any burrows for the European rabbits, which I want to try to find like every animal on the map in this video. European rabbits is one that I'm not super worried about since we just got those on Hirschfelden, but I went ahead and reset the time because I saw on the map here that chamois drink from 4:30 to 8:30, and I wanted to get like a proper opportunity to go after them with like the better equipment, so hopefully they're going to be around. Ooh. Alright. So I bet they're not drinking yet, but somewhere in that general direction, we just kind of leave a waypoint, we've got a feral goat out there. So that is definitely one I want to see. They're actually quite cool in the Hunter Classic, so I'm curious to see how they're going to live up in Call of the Wild. This is exactly what I hoped for when I heard that call. There's just a bunch of goats here, different fur types, different horns, just a bunch of different variations, and that's exactly what I think of when I think of feral goats, and that's a really interesting one, but these two are actually pretty big, and I think that guy might be bigger, so we'll try to get him, and then maybe one of the others with like the unique fur. I love that they changed the gun sounds. That's the other one I wanted to get, maybe, if we can. Should have hit him decent, I think, but he's not dropping. That might help that out. And then I kind of thought that one was cool. It's kind of like the Piebald Black in the Hunter Classic. Just standing there. If we could have got that shot through there, it would have been nice, but... Alright, we might have some tracking to do, because they are a little more resilient than I thought they would be, but we definitely got the big guy. So that guy's a gold at 184. It's a white fur type. They just look crazy, like something that would live up in the mountains, but 184 when diamond is 208, so they get a decent amount bigger. And they must have one weight estimate like higher, because I had a bunch of 43 to 50s, so there must be like a 50 to 57. I'd say 57 something is max weight, but I don't know if those others went down. At least one of them did. I just want to see the fur types. I'm not actually worried about the score on them. Wait, did this one get in front of one of my shots? Or did I shoot the wrong one? That's just a white fur type as well. I thought we shot at one that was a little darker. I know we got that darker male hit. I'm not sure where his tracks are. I am so confused. This is not that darker male either. That's the female I want to shoot, so that's a black-white. And in Classic they had the Piebald Black, so I think that's what that is, and it's one of my favorites, so I'm hoping the males can be that as well. I assume they can. And that one we hit back, which I kind of thought. So where is the other one then? That is cool looking though. I mean, they're coming back. I think that's the same fur type, but I do actually want to try to get that guy first, and then maybe we'll get the other one, because I just don't know what happened. We'll take that guy because I want to maybe get one in the Trophy Lodge and get a look at them there. And then can we just actually make the shot on this? Would have been nice if we were loaded. Don't know if we can get this off in time now, because I don't have my perks set up the same. Now we just hit the ground. I have like my reload a little bit faster on like the main game, but perks and skills are set up different, so I guess that one's just gonna get away. But 185 for that guy. I think he's actually one bigger. There might actually be a little more of a curl in his horns as well, but yeah, I do want to taxonomize that. And I guess, you know, we've shot a bunch of them already. I think we'll just kind of let them go and get back after Chamois, because they're going to end up being done drinking before we get them. So that one's at least definitely a different fur type. And I kind of want to see what that's going to be. And then, hopefully with like better ammo, we're going to have a little better result actually bringing this down. I am actually surprised it even ran off, so they're actually quite tough. But yeah, I want to see what the fur type is. And then I want to get out of this area, because we spent a lot longer here than I meant to. I know, like, the way they kind of described it in the trailer, it seems like the species are going to be pretty spread out, so we're going to have to cover a lot of the map to actually find things. And of course, we actually have to discover it as we go. We can't just fast travel around, so once we claim this one, I want to get on to other areas. And this one is going to be just a silver. Honeytones. I actually really like that fur type. If we could get lucky enough to find a diamond, preferably after release, this is probably the fur type I want it to be. But you may recall with the mountain goats on Silver Ridge Peaks, I got a light brown diamond mountain goat, and it took months to actually get one in the live game, so we'll kind of hope for that. But yeah, I think we'll probably try to go up this road maybe, because there's going to be a bridge across that water, and we'll kind of just see what's going up in that area. I think that's albino or leucistic or something, because it just looks odd in the shadows back there. We're going to go ahead and take that and find out. I actually thought it was a female. Must have spotted one in front of it, so that could actually be something decent. I mean, that first one we shot could have been a gold level 3. I'm really curious. That looks white to me. And since we had seen the ones over there before, I actually ran all the way down this side just to see, and I didn't spot these ones up here, but let's see what we're looking at. It's definitely, like, a lot lighter. Might not be a rare. Oh, it's leucistic. That's really cool. I like that you can see, like, some of the darker fur, like, in the body of it. You can especially see it in the head, like, almost looks albino, but the eyes aren't pink. So that is going to be a second thing to taxonomize. Actually, I did not realize how far that was, 250 meters. Could have gotten a little closer, but Heart Shot does the job. And I'm actually really looking forward to getting into the Trophy Lodge for this map as well, because it's really gonna determine like what I'm gonna do with my trophy lodge on like the live game and just how I want to set it up. I'm hoping stuff like the chamois and maybe the feral goat can go on the really small plaques. I think the chamois will, but I'm actually excited to see like all that stuff and maybe multi-mounts as well. I actually forgot there are turkeys on this map as well, and that I think is the fur type that we didn't get to see. So we'll go ahead and get the turkey, because I'm pretty sure the goat's not going to hear it. It's going to be kind of difficult, just got to get that right above the hill. And then if we can, we'll try to get the goat too, just because I want to know what that was. There's actually another four walking over there, so I don't know where they're headed. But, I mean, probably if we stay here we'll get a shot. I know that's not the same one, but it is the right fur type. And honestly, I just want to know what it is. Actually, that's the one there. I think we got a probably lung hit on that, so got the right goat in the end, but yeah, they actually have turkeys on this map, which I didn't expect, and something that I definitely completely forgot about after I looked at the codex, but yeah, actually that was a good one. Very close to being a diamond. And in the end, we actually got a higher scoring goat, like with this fur type. It's really cool to see like the fur texture on these, but let's see what this is. Just called brown, and that guy is a 174, so he's the smallest we've shot so far with like the curled horns. We actually barely got away with that, but yeah, it's actually cool to see. I really like that they have all the variation, because that was kind of a big thing for them in Classic as well. I'm just struggling to get anywhere, because every time I hear a call from these goats, I want to go and check out what they are. And I'm pretty sure that's another fur type, because I don't think we shot one that has like the darker head and neck. So we're going to take that one. That guy dropped. And then hopefully we can get on to the other species, because I want to go and look for feral hogs. And I'm pretty sure they should be on the east side of the map, if I'm remembering what they said in the trailer correctly. So probably they're going to be similar to wild boar and warthog. And I would say they're going to be resting right now, but I think if we check like around these lakes, I would think we're going to be able to find them. So that's where I want to go. And as for our goat, that is dark brown, so that is another fur type. I actually like them a lot too. Kind of like the white, pretty much eyebrows and nose. They're very interesting, and it's cool to see like they actually put in the effort to have like all these different, I would say just common fur types based on what I've seen. And I'm curious what the rares are going to be as well, because in Classic it's only albino, but Call the Wild tends to have more. So maybe there's like melanistic and such as well. So finally, we got through all the chamois and the feral goat, and we're going to get to try out the 303 British on a feral pig, and that actually looks a good bit like the black gold wild boar, but I'm going to guess that's actually just a common variant. And let's see. Pretty sure that was a neck shot, so that might actually be a good screenshot opportunity. And there are fallow deer I noticed all over the place down in this area, so I thought it said in the trailer that pretty much like the west side of the map is where all the deer are, but they must be spread out throughout, and it's going to be nice to hunt them like in nice open areas like this, as opposed to Hirschfeld, that tends to be a lot thicker. And that's kind of a good one. Let's actually see what kind of range capabilities this has. So with no experience shooting beyond like 150 meters, whatever we just shot the feral pig at, try to keep that good and high, and that got into something good. I am just really impressed with the model of these feral pigs, because I really think they're difficult to get right, but I think they did quite well. We'll take a look here and see. That is a silver, and that is a black gold. I wonder if that's a rare then. It's really hard to say. It's a rare in wild boars, so I'm gonna guess it could be. I hope we're into more, but that is pretty much the thing that I came to this side of the map for. So I'm not sure we're gonna stick around here much. I at least want to go down to the other end of this. And then let's see what actually happened here, because that was like 350 meters, I think, 358, and just pretty much dropped into the center of the lung. So honestly, it's pretty much predictable bullet drop, kind of as expected, but yeah, not bad. And I guess since that's literally right there, we'll just get a bonus 303 kill. I do like the sound of it. Like, that's a big thing. Like, some of the guns that I'll often bring out, I specifically bring them because I just think they sound really good. And it might just be a thing that we start carrying this more because of that. They are just all over the place here. Honestly, this might be a really good spot for them. It's something inlet. I don't know that I can pronounce it, but I'd say if we start doing any kind of fallow grind, this might be the place to do it. I mean, they really are just all over this place because we spooked another buck out of there. There's a drink zone there with just a ton of them, and then another drink zone down on this side that's actually got a pretty big four, but we've shot a bunch of fallows, so I think we are going to move out of here. And I don't know how to best kind of do it. I'm actually super stoked that we caught Sika Deer during their drink time, because I was kind of wondering if they'd be difficult to find. Some of this area, like, the forest is super dark, but I want to check. They drink 8 to 12, so we don't have a ton of time. In that case, I think we'll go ahead and try to take one. And we can use the 303 British again. Kinda unexpectedly dropping them, but I did see in the codex they're a class 4. And actually, I guess it would have been on the spotting info as well, but I didn't really look too closely at that. And just, we only have a couple of real minutes. I guess we'll try to get down to that river and try to see if we can catch any there. And probably, if we can find an outpost, I'll reset the time, because this is a species that might actually be my favorite on the whole map. They're just such a cool and unique little deer. Like, they're kind of just almost a smaller marsh elk in a way, because they bugle like an elk, and I do want to hear what they sound like in the game. But hard shot on that guy. He's a spotted fur type, and I think we're kind of limited on money, so we'll just save that one for now and see what else we find. But I actually noticed there should be an outpost right there, so we'll reset the time back to like 8:30. And I hope we can find a good number of Sika Deer, and there should be like red deer and fallow deer in this area as well. Kind of like, again, based off what the trailer said. And it's a really cool area to hunt. Like, this just dark forest is so cool. That's so cool. I really like it, and it's honestly pretty good. I'm glad to hear that it's accurate, because some of the calls in the game just seem a little bit odd, but that one was good. And I mean, that's what I expected. This specific area, when I looked at the map initially, I felt like it was going to be the perfect area for Sika Deer, and that looks to be the case, because at least we had a call near here. And it might be because we reset the time. They might not drink right down on there, but it could have been that they're moving in as well. Just a little guy, but still a little bit of a different fur. There's no spots. And I'm pretty sure I heard a second one, but equal size and same fur, so I think we'll just kind of let him run by and take a look at this. I would think this is common. It says brown. It could be that that's like the common fur type, because I know black buck are just black is the common. But they're really cool. Like I said, I think they might be my favorite on this map. And we'll probably just kind of continue through this area and see what else we find. Because other than the European rabbits, I think we've seen everything else that's new. And I mean, the European rabbits aren't even completely new. And I'm not super worried about finding them, but I'd like to get a red deer. And again, like what I saw in the trailer, they should be in this area, so hopefully we can find some. Man, if that's a 4, the 5's got to get huge, but I tracked that guy for a while. And at least finally we get to get a look at him, but he had the, like, straight line track thing where I'm pretty sure they just do that. If you change the time, sometimes they'll, like, warp to the zone they're supposed to be in. But that guy, for a Sika Deer in real life, that would be pretty big. And I am remembering the size of the one in the trailer, and I would say it's a good bit bigger than this. But even still, that's a really good looking Sika. I mean, 65 kg, they max at 75, I believe. I think they're the same as Axis tier. So that's a pretty good size gold. Still about 30 below diamond. But black fur type and everything, I think that's definitely one worth keeping. And then I think I want to go to this lake, and we'll probably wrap it up. And I did actually have a female feral pig just warning calls I was going through here, so if there's going to be like Sika Deer, hopefully the fallow deer and red deer too, but I've not seen any sign of them, and feral pigs over here, like this is going to be my favorite area. And of course, right as I said it, we've got a couple of them coming in through here, and these almost have to be two different fur types. They might be called the same, but this actually has more spots. And that's their zone right there, so there is a male in the back. But I kind of want to see what this is. And I don't think we're going to get lucky enough to get two of them, but we'll kind of try. So let's let the male get over here. And figures he'd stop right behind one of the others, but maybe he'll flee in a favorable direction. They actually took off pretty quick anyway, so getting a double wasn't really something that was going to happen there, but I think that's the one I wanted to take anyway. So maybe not the most creative name, just black spots is the fur type, but it's pretty neat. You can see a little bit of the tusks even on the females, so I don't think we're going to keep that one. Well, actually, why not? Pretty much getting towards the end of the video. Might as well have some variety in the trophy lodge when we go and take a look. And that's actually a new track, I think. I thought they were going to have the same as the wild boars, but it's kind of different. The variety with like every species on this map is so cool. Like all the different antlers and the fur types and everything. I just think it's going to take a long time to get bored of it, and that's obviously a good thing, but I noticed this guy, I don't know what he is, but he's got like extra gray or might even be white. I can see spots and stuff. I don't know if that could be piebald. So I think that's going to be the one we take, even though there's definitely some bigger ones hanging out here. I want to know what that is. It's really nice being able to use such a kind of overpowered weapon on them. Not a lot of tracking to do, but it seems like, from what I can tell, the females kind of hang out by themselves and the males kind of away from them. There's a bunch of just good sized ones, but somewhere over there, I saw like a herd of females. I don't know where they got to. Actually, they're not as far from the males as I thought. I guess I just didn't see these from the angle I had before. But there's some really good ones. They're all 4s. So the 5s are going to be really massive, but I want to know what that is. That's just dark spotted. So that's cool. I'm going to say that's just like a normal variant. I don't remember if we taxidermized that Sika from earlier. So we'll probably shoot one of the big 4s just in case. And then I think we are going to head to the trophy lodge and kind of just see like where everything fits and what there is for new stuff. But I'm pretty sure we've seen all of these. Unless there's something new hanging out down at this end. We'll probably just try to take one of the bigger 4s because I don't think that guy's as big as the ones across the way. I don't even know which one to go for. I mean, that one looks pretty big, but he's got the lowest estimate out of the 3. I don't know if that's just the normal, like, spotted that we shot at first. I guess we'll take the one with the highest estimate. That seems to make sense. Probably should have ranged that, but just took a guess and definitely got him, but the other guy got out of there before we got our shot in there, so just gonna get away with the 1. I wish he was a little closer to the shore, but honestly, even at level 4, that's a really impressive Sika, so pretty happy to see that they're gonna get good sized. Pretty much the same as the other one we shot. But yeah, we'll taxidermize that one. And I think that is going to be it for the hunting portion of this video. We covered a lot of ground in pretty much 2 hours, and we saw everything new anyway. But yeah, I want to see... We'll actually make a Sika Safari Lodge. I want to see what kind of stuff's going on for the Trophy Lodge portion of this. And at least on the Creator Beta version, there are no new multi-mounts, so that's maybe something to look forward to. But I've got our leucistic chamois here on the full body platform, and that's actually for 2 reasons. Number 1 is because it's a rare and it looks good, but number 2 is because they don't go on these small plaques, so I'm going to take them down and bring them into the other room. But they don't really fit on these bigger plaques, and that's the ones they got to go on, so I don't really know. I mean, I just feel like they don't fill it fully, whereas they could fill one of these, and at least to show, they don't go there, so... Not sure why. Maybe that's something that will change. But then we have the couple of feral pigs on the full body platforms. I just think they look cool, and I mean, looking at that, that is the same black gold as the wild boar, so maybe that actually was a rare and we got really lucky. Then we've got our 2 Sika Deer on either side here. I think they look really cool. I can't wait to fill the lodge with some of them. And our feral goat just kind of up top, and I mean, they fit fine on those plaques as far as I'm concerned. Like, they fill the plaque properly. The chamois just don't really, in my opinion, but we'll kind of see what happens, and maybe that'll get changed. That's something I'll try to mention, but yeah, honestly, I'm really impressed with the new map. It's the kind of thing where I'm getting lost chasing stuff through the forest and just like enjoying looking for the new stuff, and I guess that's kind of a thing with all the new maps, but I really like the variety, both in like the species and the terrain, and I can't wait to actually get out there in the live game. But anyway, I think that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.